I really think in a weird way I have to thank Louis Theroux because somehow his questions kind of like made me question myself and the future of everything, and that is something that I truly hadn't done before, not like deeply like I did after that, and part of it was his doing, so there is that.
Man, I tell you, this red pill stuff is just off the chain. Well, now you have this guy, Louis Theroux. He's now wrote this book called Inside the Manosphere. And in the book, he's interviewed a lot of red pill guys. Now, mind you, a lot of that red pill stuff started with the W folks. The W's was over there having problems with their women, and they were online complaining and crying, and then little subgroups for 6 hours just complaining about their women. But they always talk about ours. But everybody always got something to say about the black community, about our women, right? But these were W's complaining about their people, right? So Louis Theroux, he interviewed people like Ed Matthews, Harrison Sullivan, Justin Walker, Sneeko, and also Myron Gains. Now, from Fresh and Fit. Now, Myron Gains, he's all throughout this, this Netflix show, right? All throughout it, right? Talking that red pill stuff, knowing that he's a fake and a phony, right? And we all know, his well-publicized relationship that he had with that Venezuelan girl, Angie, and how he would be online saying that she would pack his condoms when he would go away, and he would talk this red pill stuff about how he's in control and he has this beautiful woman, but he's able to sleep with other women, right? Y'all remember that was like the talk in the red pill spaces.
Been quite open about the fact that he expects to be in a relationship in which there's one-way monogamy, as he calls it. He's allowed to basically pursue other relationships, but you're not.
The women that he sleeps with, he's just gonna be with them for like a night or so, or whatever. But I don't think he sees me that way, because there is a reason why I've stayed so long with him.
I don't want to mix things up between you, right? But yeah. But we were talking about in the future that maybe there's a world where you would have more than one wife, right?
She understands that. She knows that could potentially come down in the future.
So Myron and Angie's on a hot seat. They're in an interview with this guy, and Myron, he's trying to be this tough red pill guy with his chest puffed out. Well, y'all know I'm gonna be clapping up her cheeks, and she's on board. She's in support of this. She gonna be rocking with me, right? But she didn't say she wanted more than that. She wanted something more traditional. She wasn't really with all that stuff that Myron was talking about now, because Myron is trying to look good to his subscribers, right? He's trying to look like he's just this macho man that's in control. So when Angie was asked about how she felt about it, it went like this.
What do you say about that?
I don't know. I mean, he has said that in the past. I think I'll see when it happens. Like, I don't know how that will work. The thing is that I think...
But right now, it's not going to be anytime soon, because I'm just so focused on working.
But it could happen, right?
It could, of course.
You can kick it down the road only for so long. She's put 2 years into a relationship. If that's your long-term plan, at some point, those two realities will collide.
That's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Like right now.
What does that mean? That's so avoidant.
It's something you never know, man. You can always change your mind down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll say, I only just want to be with one girl, because the two would be too tough.
You've backtracked on that already.
So you can clearly see that Angie wasn't comfortable with that arrangement, right? And she was just, she was sitting there at that time going along with it because she liked Myron at the time. She was his woman. He was successful. He was making money. I'm sure he was a simp behind the scenes, but he was trying to play to an audience to make himself look like something that he wasn't. So now, during that interview process for the series, when they were talking, he was, he had Myron under the hot seat, man, and Myron was just, looking crazy, right? But then Myron, he comes out and he posts this. Hey, Louis, why did you edit out this context crucial part from the Netflix documentary? Was it because it shows my ex accepted my one-way polygamous relationship, which blows up the narrative you tried to spin in the documentary? This is just one of many clips I have proven your deceptive journalism. You're a liar with an agenda, and it's time for you to be exposed. Now, how could she be on board when she left you? She left you for a dude that made less money than you. Because at some point, Angie came, we saw a video of her rollerblading with some dudes, and it wasn't you. And she was rollerblading with some dude that got less money than you. And at some point, she came out and she responded to all of this.
Hello, that's me. This is Angie. I'm finally coming out of my shell of social media. I probably will be posting more on TikTok. I just want to leave this behind, and this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. I want to leave the past in the past. But this documentary just came out, and I received a lot of messages from people just concerned about my well-being, and a lot of opinions and a lot of things going on right now. So I want to address a few things. First of all, I never wanted to be part of any documentary whatsoever. I was never told or asked to be in a documentary until the moment of. I was stupid enough to not read a contract before signing it, and that's how I ended in that documentary. So I did beg the producers on email thousands of times to take me out of the documentary, but that didn't happen, and here we are. It is what it is. Never wanted to be part of it. Anyways, I already been through a lot. I already went through therapy. I already heard the zillion pep talks that my friends and family had to say. And I know everybody has an opinion. I know everybody has something to say. But this is my life. And honestly, as of right now, I couldn't be more grateful for it. I am so blessed, and I am so thankful to say that I am in a new relationship where I don't have to worry about any of this, and that I met this amazing man who cares for me, who makes me feel so special, makes me so happy, and I couldn't be more grateful for him. I can finally say that I can see a future with somebody, and I'm so grateful that he can see a future with me. So also, before you go there, it's no any rollerblading guy or anything like that. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I never cheated on anybody. That doesn't really align with my values. I know you have loved me too, but that never happened. I don't want the past to get into this. So right now, I'm so happy. And honestly, I'm so thankful for all the experiences that I lived, every lesson that I learned, and everything that I've been through, because without any of it, I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. Thanks to every one of you that critique me, that has said something about it, because I do go through every comment, I do go through every DM and every video and every post, and I can't say it doesn't affect me. It does affect me, but at the end of the day, I believe in who I am and who my parents raised, and honestly, I'm so thankful for every lesson. So thank you for everything. So it is what it is. This will probably won't be the last of me, because I probably will be posting more videos on my TikTok, but I just want to leave that behind. Thank you.
Well, this dude was so horrible that at some point after the relationship, this woman had to go seek therapy, right? And at some point she got herself together. She met a new guy. She says that she's happy. She met a guy that you know, he's her dream dude. He's giving her all the things that she ever desired. You know, she's having a ball. They out there skating. They're doing all kinds of stuff, right? And she's living, like now, she's living her best life separate from that tyrant, right? That tetherist, right? So then you have Myron on the other hand. He's demonetized from all platforms, right? He don't even really do comment anymore about women. He starts calling out the small hats. He pivoted over to politics and was, you know, just saying a whole bunch of dumb stuff. But he gets kicked off of all the platforms. Nobody wants to hear that red pill garbage stuff no more. Nobody wants to hear Fresh and Fit. They got demonetized. They was on there crying, right? On there crying. So she's going up. He's plummeting down. And all that garbage that he was talking about ain't working. Then we find out that y'all dudes out there paying for the cheats anyway. You wasn't who you said you was, right? You lost your girl to another dude. You're having boat parties where you're paying for the cheats. You're portraying yourself to be something that you're not. You always got something to say about black culture, but the underbelly of black culture, but you perpetuate that same underbelly for profit and personal gain. You guys are frauds. And you even got guys overseas even exposing y'all.
So listen, this is Angela Camacho. She was featured on the Manosphere documentary. She was Myron Gains' partner. You might recognize her more. This is what she looked like as she was basically going through the experience and observing just how horrific Myron was and how problematic it was. Please go and follow her, Angelica Camacho. Please go and follow her, support her on her journey. She is on the other side of what she was in. She's got the awareness, she's got the information. Now she needs a little bit of support to continue the journey away from these types of men. The thing that's the most problematic about the subjects of the manosphere is their resilience and lack of integrity and even decency to pretend that they're human beings. Like the olden days, the 90s of the worst types of human beings pretended a little bit. They had the decency to realize that what they were doing was problematic and they would keep some things behind closed doors. This new generation of like, I'm going to be loud with it, will have to feel a certain level of pain and discomfort, socially, culturally, economically, before they can even be reached. This is not about rehabilitation. This is just about stopping, right? And I think it's super important that the women in this are supported as they go through their transformation of what they thought they wanted and needed into what's right for them and what's healthy for them. I just applaud you, and I wish you all the best on your journey of health and well-being away from problematic human beings like Myron Gains.
So a lot of these red pill guys are fake, man. A person like me that used to be on the Sunday Rumble 7 years ago, debating these dudes, going back and forth, arguing with these dudes, way before even Kevin Samuels blew up. Yeah, I mean, I was debating these guys. A dude like me that's been married for going on 26 years, that understand what it takes to be in a relationship, sacrifice and commitment, not this internet foolishness where you could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You could be anybody you want to be in character. These guys are fake. These guys are telling you don't date single moms, while at the same time, one of the biggest guys in the red pill space was dating a 42-year-old single mom, right? But at the end of the day, trying to hide it and lie about it. These guys was being exposed all over the place, just for frauds, right? Just the fraudulent frauds. And that's just what it was. It was an era and a time where these guys would find spaces to complain about women and grift men. So you had these guys that was relationship gurus that would tell guys how to get women and all that kind of stuff. But these guys didn't even have the women. They didn't have the credentials to get the same women they was telling these guys to get. The whole thing was a scam and a sham. It was fraudulent. And that's what Louis Theroux is exposing these dudes, right? And we was doing it years ago, putting these guys on the Summer Jam screen like, you guys are frauds, man. You guys are fake players. Like they was trying to be the Max or the players that they saw in the hood that they could never be. But the internet gave them an avenue where they can create an audience to be something they're not by playing the character of the people they saw outside. But at some point, you're going to get exposed because you're a fraud. You're a fraud. It's not real. And that's what happened. That's why the red pill's pretty much dead nowadays. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.